Warning: the following broadcast contains strong opinions, playful antics, and controversial topics causing off-the-rails fun. Chances for being offended are higher than average for sensitive people. Viewer discretion is not advised. Live a little and have some fun.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Coach's Box Call Like We See It podcast. I'm here with Zach McVeigh, and we are waiting on Kevin Halley. He will be here. Jarvis is not going to be on tonight, and Jim Powers is calling the Class 2 State Girls semifinals tonight.
He's always so busy.
He's always busy. Yeah, he's actually just right up the road from me right now. I'm in Columbia. As you can see, I'm in a hotel room here at the lovely Stony Creek.
Good hotel.
I like it. I mean, it's a little rustic, you know. There's a moose.
Yep.
Like for the lamp or something back here, but you know, hey, it's cool. I don't care.
Hey, good breakfast. So
oh my gosh, their breakfast is fantastic.
Yeah.
So they always treat us really good here, and that's where we come up here and end up staying. So it's great. It's always good. I got to watch some good basketball. Well, okay, I watched one really good game today.
Okay.
The rest of them were blowouts.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, since you just broached the subject, let's go right into it, man. Who's playing, who's doing what? I mean, I'm looking at Class 1, and again, I don't think they apparently don't play on the boys' side for a couple days.
No, they don't. They won't play until Friday.
I guess the girls were the ones that played today.
Yeah, the girls drew the short straw here, Title IX, and they're playing here in the middle of the week, and the Delta Rockport game was fantastic. Delta just does what Delta does, man. I mean, that's just the easy. As Coach Heeb says, hey, we're going to press you until eventually something works.
Right.
And that is exactly what they did. And Rockport, for the life of me, I can't remember the girl's name. She's a stud. She can play.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't want to overspeak here, but by the end of the game, Rockport was just kind of like missing some layups that were really simple, but you could tell the fatigue was kind of setting in, and they just wore them down. Yeah. And in the end of the third quarter, Delta's up 3, and then Rockport comes out in the start of the fourth, and it's like 8-0 run, just boom, boom, boom. Might even been like a 13-0 run. It looked bad, like, oh gosh. And then next thing you know, just hold my beer. Okay, we're gonna do what we do, and they just. I mean, I think they probably only forced. But I looked at the numbers. I think they only forced like 16 turnovers, but they were important turnovers. Again, crucial points of the game.
Live ball turnovers. I mean, that's something we always talked about. You know, I mean, live ball turnovers creates points.
Yeah, and then St. Elizabeth, Northeast Cairo blowout.
Yeah.
Trying to think of the other one.
I'm looking at Class 2. Looks like Portageville Barstow was close.
No, I think those are. Trying to think. I think that was played before this game. This 8 o'clock game. Class 3.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Class 3 girls played.
Vincent.
Right after.
Vincent won. Yeah.
St. Vincent won. Boy, I tell you what, they look really good, and that's going to be a fun game to watch with them in Principia.
Yeah.
And they won pretty handily too, and they beat a really good Skyline team, who seems like they're up here between Class 2 and 3 all the time.
I was going to say, I mean, it's always you look at these teams on the girls' side, especially the Class 1, 2, and 3. It's always, I mean, we've been doing this 20 plus years. It's always those same type of schools, man, and so that's just like. What is it about them? What is it about the community? Is it I'm not going to say, we always tease about the rubber band, but is it path? Is it path to the Final Four? Like, what is it about it? Because it's one thing if you do it, a couple times in your school's history, but when you are continually year after year, now it's decade after decade of getting there. I mean, that says something.
Yeah, and they're up here all the time. It's just a credit to what they have kind of going on. It's a consolidated school.
Yeah.
I can't remember the town off the top of my head. Well, I've probably been there.
Well, I remember
might have worked there at some
Hero
point.
and Thomas Jefferson, or it was Thomas Jefferson Conception Junction, and
but that's up in Northwest Missouri.
Right.
But that's now Platte Valley.
Okay.
That's a co-op. They co-op with, gosh, hang on, South Nottoway.
Okay.
Nottoway County has a lot of good basketball and very small schools.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Right.
And I think Conception Junction is kind of like a monastery. it's a little wild. But again, good basketball has come out of that place. So credit to everybody out there that's doing what they're supposed to do.
Mhm.
But it's been really good. I just realized, Zach, that apparently I thought I had clicked on Facebook. So right now we are streaming it to YouTube only.
Okay.
This is great. So I'm going to have to put our stuff from YouTube on Facebook and say, hey, if you want to watch, we're on right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool. Hey, listen, I've had a lot going on. I didn't hit the red button, right? That's what it comes down to. I didn't hit the red button.
Hey,
nobody
we can
here.
always take a quick break and we can do whatever we need to do.
No. Hey, we're rolling, buddy. We are not. Hey, it's full speed ahead. And
we'll do it live. Is that what you're saying? We'll do it live.
Listen, YouTube keeps our episodes.
There you go.
Facebook says, no, you guys are on too long. We got to take them off there because I got to keep the space.
Right. The space.
Yeah.
Right?
My cloud's full. That's what Zuckerberg's telling us.
Oh,
so,
I got to get all that stuff so you can get all the, teenagers addicted, right? That's why he's in Congress. And,
right. I mean, sure. Is he in Congress?
He was at this last week, I think.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Well, it happens. But anyway, no, I mean, I feel like there's going to be some good games tomorrow. Maybe not. I don't know. Third place games are, hey, okay.
No, okay. Now listen,
we say this every year. Go ahead. I know where we're going.
Every year. Listen, I will lose by 80 in a Final Four. Just to go to the Final Four, I'll lose and I'll play in a third place game. And I'll play at 9 o'clock or whatever, 8 o'clock, whatever time it is, because it's yes, you want to win, but man, it's that experience. There's not that many coaches, there's not that many kids, schools, whatever, that get that opportunity. And I know you all have talked about doing away with that.
Whoa,
whatever. Hey, over the years, it's been guys that aren't here right now that have said they don't like it. I enjoy it. Like, just again, if what we have said holds true, and we're doing this for the kids, them getting a chance to play in a third place game, I think is still meaningful. I understand what people say when they don't want the third place game. However, I still think it's a neat opportunity.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's if they would ever decide to change the format of the state tournament, that could change things. I could see that happening, but I don't know if it'll happen in my lifetime. I will say this, and I will reiterate this, as I have had many conversations with Coach Hebe about who knows more about the history of our state tournament and has experienced it probably more than any other person I know. Okay. And between, coming up to Columbia when Scott County Central was when he was a kid and Scott County Central was there like 12 years in a row.
Right.
And then coaching in it with boys basketball teams, which I was a part of one of those that won the state championship, and then with Delta girls, and then winning it, losing in the state championship, winning third, getting fourth. Mm-hmm. He's experienced all of it. So he said in his words, and I don't want to say that this is my idea. He's just like, you realize we use the same state tournament setup that's regional. The rubber bands stretch a long way. It's regional representation. It's not about the best teams, and that's why you have these blowouts. Right. The question is do we want to fix that? or do we want all these people represented? And I think
Hmm.
us coaches are just like, nah, we want the best. We want the best teams there. And the superintendents and administrators might not feel that way because they have pressure from all these other individuals that say everybody needs a trophy.
Well, okay.
Well, you get a trophy, you just got to go up there and get your butt kicked to get the third or fourth place.
Yeah.
So I get all sides, but as Coach Ebe says, it is an outdated. It's an outdated format. When we first started it, there were 3 classes. Now they went to 4, and then after I graduated, went to 5, and now it's at 6.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of disparity that's going on.
Yeah.
So I get it, but at the same time, it is what it is.
Okay. Now listen, I know being part of the Coaches Association and they do the rankings. I'm not going to try and ruffle your feathers.
You can ruffle my feathers because I'm not the one who's,
doing the rankings.
Well, I mean, I oversee some things to it now.
So
I've taken a step back from it.
Here's my question, and then here's my concept. Is it? I know we've talked about how to rank and algorithms and connecting all the dots and math. Could you get to a point where after the district tournament, so you're left with what is that? 8? That's 16 districts. Could you, just based off of that, rank those 16 teams and then seed them? Okay, rank them, seed them, and then that's the tournament, and then play that way.
No, because because
if we want the best,
sure. No, hey, listen. But then you got to look at where you got to look at then geography. Excuse me, I can't talk.
Right.
Then geography really plays in. Like, so you want to let's take Conception Junction, or Platte Valley as the co-op is called now. Okay, they're in the northwest freaking corner. They might as well be Iowa South. Okay,
right.
So they're you want to Kevin, you're getting in the middle of this conversation, so I'm
jump right in. No,
I'm gonna gently apologize for what I'm about to do to Zach and his dumb idea. So I apologize, Zach. It's not a great idea. So you want to take Jefferson, Conception Junction, Platte Valley, whatever it's called, and we want to seed them, and you're going to go play Risco. Risco being literally in the boot heel. Let's just say that's your 8-9 matchup out of your 16 teams.
Sure.
No. I'm thinking no, Scott. No, that rubber band breaks.
It
breaks right across Jefferson City.
They can't play at Jefferson. Hold on now. Time out.
Nope.
So you can't.
How
get
far
a
is
gym?
that?
No, listen.
Oh, I'm listening.
You can't say meet in the middle.
Yes,
and there's some country song. And there's some song.
Yes, it's Diamond Rio.
Okay, meet in the middle.
Listen, that's more than 700 fence posts. Okay, from your place to ours. Okay, if you're to quote a country song to me, you better bring it, and you better bring it legit.
All right.
Jefferson City High School could say you guys can play here. Yeah. Zach, you're a geography guy.
Yeah.
How far is it from? Let's just say. I don't know. Let's say St. Joe.
Okay.
That's not. You're still far away from there.
Right.
St. Joe to Jeff City.
Yeah.
Then how far from just again relative location? Let's say from Sykeston, which is still further south, to Jefferson City, and then there's no direct path.
No.
So again, the rubber band breaks.
It's still going to be a 4-hour drive. But okay, whatever. Listen, Caruthersville to Warrensburg, 7 hours. Okay, so I'm just saying that's pretty good distance. What I'm saying is, then do a Friday, Saturday. You don't have to worry about school.
Okay. Listen, I'm done with that. Kevin, welcome to the show. Jump in.
Okay, so then you don't care about. No,
I do care about things. Go ahead, Kevin.
He's got his mic.
Kevin, Kevin, you gotta turn your mic on.
Turn your mic on. Turn your mic up.
Kevin.
So while he's doing, what? Okay, you don't want the best teams playing each other.
I do, but you can't. That's not legitimately. That can't even work.
Tell me why. Quote another song. Tell me why.
We've already done the Backstreet Boys quote here on this. I can't even do it. I'm telling you, Kevin, we still can't hear you. What are you doing? Turn it on, turn it off.
There you go. Yeah.
Unplug it, plug it back in.
Yeah.
Okay, look, Zach.
Yes.
Here's what you could do.
Okay.
You could take and say, we are going to make regions, and we're going to play all of these schools in this region at a neutral location, kind of like the NCAA does.
Yeah.
You win your conference tournament, you play in a region game, you play in your region, you get 2 games in a location, right?
It's called districts and sectionals, right?
Okay, sure. Call it whatever you want. I don't give a damn what you call it. But you turn around, and that is technically a seeded thing. So out of all those schools, you're seeded.
Okay.
And then you play your 2 games, and the winner is moving on to the Final Four. That's the only way you can do that. That's the only way you can reseed it, because then you can take the state and you can kind of chop it into sections depending on your schools. Like in Class 1, there's no schools in St. Louis. None.
Right.
And if there are, it's some stupid ass school that's going to fold in like a year. So no big deal. So you don't have to worry about that. If they have to drive, you're the one that's the outlier. You're like when we talk about scatter plots in math, you're over here. Everybody else is right here. You're over here.
Yeah.
Don't worry about them. They're the outlier. Do something different, right? Get more kids. So you don't have to worry about that. But the rest of the state, you can kind of chop up depending on the geographic clusters of your schools. There's a lot of Class 1 schools in Northwest Missouri. You know what? There aren't any Class 5 and 6 schools in Northwest Missouri.
Yeah.
So then you can do something different with your geography then. That's the only way that you can reseed. You can't take everybody district winners and reseed across the board. It's impossible. I think you could take 32 teams that would win the district like the old Class 1 used to be, and then you can do some regional stuff out of that, and then you can have those teams play. That's about the only thing you can do. Again, the way that it is set up, that Misha has it set up, is it is regional and regionally represents the state. That's why you have these blowouts in the semifinals. Kevin, are you even on? Or are you just like miming down there?
Can you
there?
Oh,
yeah, there he is.
Wow.
Am I too loud?
No, actually, you're
no,
muffled. It
turn
sounds
up.
like you're talking behind a pillow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Underwater in a tin can.
You know, it's still not great. Okay.
Well,
Kevin's like sign language person in a
exactly.
video.
He's our ASL. He's our ASL interpreter for tonight's show. I don't know.
But either way, I think that there's and listen, I know Kevin's gonna have an opinion about this being a softball coach.
Yeah.
And how he dislikes how things are with softball sectionals.
Yeah.
I'm just really waiting on him figuring out this whole thing. This is like
Okay.
It's entertaining. I'm just watching Kevin.
So
now
then,
at this
Chris,
point.
what you're saying is, then you're
worse.
No. So in your opinion, you're okay with just simply because of having to drive when you literally drive anywhere and everywhere you want to. You're not okay with trying to create the best tournament possible simply because of driving,
simply because of logistics. If we're dealing with this whole thing, there's no way that works, Zach. It just isn't. And then you're making the season longer than what it's supposed to be anyway. And nobody wants that anyway. I don't want that. I don't want the season to be longer. Hell, it's too long.
How is it longer? Like how?
Because it is too long.
No, I'm talking about if you just reseed.
Okay, then if you take it down for
and you do everything Friday. If you do everything Friday, Saturday.
Where are you playing that many games in that amount of time? How many games is that?
You have how many high schools in the state of Missouri?
That's not what I'm asking you.
That's where you're playing. You're going to go find a neutral site to go play.
So wait,
so
you would all the classification. Is this better?
Yes.
Yeah. Good enough. At this point, good enough.
Zach, you're saying all the classifications are playing Friday, Saturday.
I'm saying like Class 1, 2, and 3 because they start their postseason a week before. Excuse me, their district tournament a week before. Okay, so they're a week. 3 classifications are ahead. There are all types of schools around the state that I would be willing to bet, unless just admin don't want to do it, willing to say, hey, here's a gym in a neutral area, we'll host. We'll host. Like,
So then you're also going to add in the class, because that first Friday, Saturday, you're going to add in the class 4, 5, and 6 district championship games, in which you're then going to have to find enough officials that are state championship worthy enough and state tournament worthy enough and willing to do it to cover all of those games.
I mean, and
that's
what happens.
16. What is there? Are there 8 districts in 4, 5, and 6?
That what happens normally? I mean, when they find officials, it's no different than having a snow out and reschedule. I mean,
yeah, and that's a nightmare. That's a nightmare. Listen, I saw Pat Burns today. I want you to go tell him that.
Guys got to be again. Listen, okay. Now listen, I'm going to be honest with you.
I'm collaborating and listening. I stopped.
All right.
And now I'm collaborating and listening.
At this point, just having warm bodies.
My gosh.
Officiate.
I've seen you yell at referees. There's no way you're okay with that at the highest level. Please stop.
I'm talking about like I'm talking about important games where you're like, this is it. This was drafted. Like this was drafted. Like how? We'll get into. Hold on, time out. Let's get into that. If you want to get into it, let's get into the. Was it Highland Principia?
There we go. Let's get into that.
Let's get into that.
Yep. There we go. So Topic of the show. What a great segue that was.
There we go. Let's get into that.
So that was like sandpaper. That was so smooth. It was like 40 grit sandpaper right there.
You go, man. There you
go. I'm telling you right now, I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding. It was so smooth.
Three other warm bodies could have literally done the exact same thing and arrived at the same conclusion that these drafted guys did.
Well, we weren't there to know, and we probably worked with some of those guys. We've seen some of those guys before, especially with probably at least one of them coming out of the St. Louis area with Pren being involved. When I will say, if I've read the story correctly, I'm someone that works a basketball table. I've worked games where you guys have coached before. Right. There's a certain standard at a table that you have to have in order to correct scoring mistakes. And to do it on the fly is just, when I first time I read that, was just an absolute no-no.
Right.
And then to not bring the other book over to confirm was another no-no. I don't know how many times we've had to, because of, we get old scoreboards. You're just stop you're at a free throw. Stop, call the officials over, tell them we're going to fix it. Even if they have nothing to do with it. Hey, should be 54. It says 52. We're changing the score to 54 because that's what's in the book. That's what's in their book. Good. All right. We're on the same page. Let's go.
But you know what happened, right? The two books got together and said, this is wrong. And then there's a third book, which was the official book. And when they tried to get the referees to do it, the referees are like, nope, which is a big no-no because they have to get all three books together to confirm the score, because we don't want a repeat of what happened a couple years ago with this show's favorite town in Missouri, Cooter.
No, that would be not this show.
This show.
Couple of the other, again, people that aren't here. How about that?
Okay,
we'll put the blame on them.
So, and that only stirred the pot even more because it's the same school, and there's nothing that there's no school at fault here.
No,
it was sheer coincidence.
It is. You can talk about like, was that on your bet slip?
Right.
FanDuel Sports Games. That FanDuel said that was a plus 20,000 odds, if not more.
Okay, so pause. If we already have, now listen, you got to take a test. You got to take a test. I've got to take a test. We all these coaches have to do all these rules tests. We all have to do this year after year after year. I'm beginning to think that other important people must not have to do these rules tests, and or there's no accountability when it comes to it. We apparently will get fined and this and that and the other. Hold on. Here's my thing. Logistics.
Okay.
Why can you not get a fourth guy, a fourth official, and that is the official scorekeeper? That way, if there's ever any, again, just like NFL, just like football, just like basketball, one of the three guys or gals, whoever, they get hurt. You got to have somebody come in. There's the fourth guy. He's doing the book. He gets paid, but there has to be more. There has to be more that has to be done on that side of the fence. I'm just convinced.
I said it in our group chat. I think we're really close to anybody that's keeping an official scoreboard or scorebook at a game will have to do a rules review, especially if they're going to do playoff games. Whether that be basketball, I would even say football game clocks and play clocks, and those, they will have to do those types of things. Right. In that sense, I'm not saying it's like, I think I do a pretty good job with a scorebook. I think if I was asked to do one for a state game, I think I'd be very capable of doing it. I don't know that you need to have an official to do that. Most of the schools that put in for it know that their normal scorekeeper, it's just not some random revolving door of somebody. It's one or two people that do it.
Right.
They know that their scorekeeper can handle it. That was not mishandled by a scorekeeper in that game.
Right.
From the story, I don't think so.
No.
Well, I mean, somebody in terms of that was keeping score. So you said the official book said no?
So they're supposed to allow the official book and the two books, all three get together in a state playoff game. And then that way you can confirm the score. So the two school books got together.
Okay.
But when they tried to get the official to come over there and confirm things, then they weren't going to,
which is the big thing. And you can still check that and confirm it with everything.
Right.
But then they later figured it out that it was incorrect and then just corrected it on the fly by, instead of adding two, they only added one type of thing. And
that's the scoreboard. Because that was
the book. That's the book sitting
also
next to the scoreboard.
Right. So if for anybody who doesn't know, Principia wins the game 46-45. It should have been 46-all at the end of regulation, because at some point, I don't remember exactly when, there was a layup that only counted for one. Right. But when they went, so the game was restarted. They went back. They figured out that this is what happened. The officials didn't do what they were supposed to do. And then they restarted the game in a totally different location. The first night was on Monday. It was played at Winfield. Then Wednesday, they resumed the game with 54 seconds left in the third quarter, with Highland leading 34-29. And they played it at Hannibal. And they didn't charge any admission, and I watched it free, thank God.
Three different officials finished the game.
Three different officials, and then Principia ends up winning 47-43. So the old score and all that was tossed out after the fact, and then they replayed it from there. So, I mean, it's very unfortunate that it happened. And I said it originally with probably being just ignorant, because I didn't know all the details. I didn't know that the officials messed up. And by rule, I mean, they can make that decision when it's that kind of error. I said it sets a bad precedent. Now, I somewhat stand by that, because I think everybody and their sister, they hear it from the outside. They're just like, oh, well, hey, they messed up, so we're going to protest this game. No, it doesn't work like that, because this, and this didn't happen. So you're going to have all these dipwits, and that's the nicest way I can put it on the air. These dipwits actually think that, oh, well, because they got to do it, we should get to do it.
Well, it's going to turn into, and like somebody in a state softball or baseball game is going to say, hey, I have video evidence that guy was safe, and they called him out, and it changed the. I'm like, no. That's a judgment call, not a misappropriation or misapplication of a rule. Correct. This was a misapplication.
Protocol, because it was
misapplication
protocol.
Protocols, which is a rule. Protocols are a rule.
Right.
And so I think there's going to be an easy. I think you're right. It sets a bad precedence for the ignorant people that don't understand. But I also think it sets a good precedence in the sense that we now have this option for when it truly needs to be fixed.
And kudos to Misha, because they,
you know
what I mean? We have for years, bashed him and said this, that, and the other.
Oh, I've never bashed him.
Sure you have. But anyway, it's on YouTube. Go back and watch it for free.
They can if they want.
But they did it right, and they deserve kudos, and they deserve their praise for getting it right this time. The year before, the year prior, when they had the issue, we said this again, Kevin, there's literal easy video evidence to overturn or to fix a correctable error. And they're not doing it. And that's an injustice to everybody involved.
Well,
but they got it right this time.
They've started down that road even before this by they now allow video appeals of like ejections of certain things, like if there's fighting or something like that, people leaving the bench. It used to just be whatever happened at the game was instead done.
Yeah.
But now there's video evidence of being able to go do that. They had an issue with a soccer game back in the fall where a school didn't suspend some kids that left a bench during a soccer game, and then they came back and found on video evidence that more should have been suspended, and they went back and retroactively did that. So I think they've started down the path, and I think this was just the first big hammer that got dropped in this type of thing, and allow for it in the future.
Well, Doug says many people are saying it's only because of the lawsuit, because we've got the government that's trying to take over Misha right now.
It's not a lawsuit; it's a bill.
And I mean, well, everybody's going to try to sue Misha for all the things that they can possibly do. I think obviously it came at a bad time when Misha does need good press. I think it appeases a lot of people that don't live in the town of Cooter, that they tried to make it right. And again, we are talking about apples and watermelons as far as those two situations are concerned.
Right.
And if you don't know that, you need to do a little bit of research. But, it was unfortunate, but I think in just talking to people that, I know people who have kids that play at Highland, and they said at least we had the opportunity to do our part on it, and we didn't take care of business, and okay, it happened. So, the game played out the way it needed to play out, and that's why Principia is going to play St. Vincent for the state championship. Now, we can talk about how it kind of sucks that when St. Vincent's a Class 2 team, and they have such good success, they get bumped up to Class 3 because of this championship factor and how that affects everybody else in that class.
Right.
But that's a conversation for another day. We've got a couple of other topics that we need to hit that are way more significant than that.
Quick question. Will Vincent move up to 4 since they were playing?
No, I don't think. I think they have
points.
Did they win a state title last year in basketball?
I thought they got second.
I don't know.
If they finish second, that's 3 points. If they win a championship this year, that would be 7, and they would move up to 2. It would also depend on where they classified now.
They should be 2. Look at this. Oh,
they should be 2.
There.
But if they finish second, they'll be 6, and they'll stay in the same class. They would need to win. If they finished second last year, they would need to win a state title in order to move up to second class.
I didn't think you were going to join us tonight. Here I'm telling people you're not even going to be on.
I made it.
Oh, there you go. Better late than never.
Look at you go.
Hey, I don't miss very often, so I try not to.
That's fair. All right, so we just got done talking about Principia and Highland, so sorry you missed that one. We're going to go right into something that you do have some really high expertise in here, because we didn't put it on our show topics because after I sent everything out, then it happened. So Max Crosby was supposed to be a Baltimore Raven, okay? You want to talk about the biggest cluster F of all time when it comes to NFL free agent signings. And I'm just saying it because that's exactly what it was. And I'm listening to all these talk about, Baltimore went and got their guy, but they had to give up 2 first-rounders, and it's a big deal, but it's going to change them, and it's going to help the Raiders. So what do the Raiders do after they unload his salary? They go and verbally commit to all of these players and just spend all this cap money. Now, they went from having what? $60 million to $90 million. So they went and just filled 60 of it. Well, guess what? Baltimore pulls this. Well, he didn't pass the physical. Now, he is rehabbing from a knee injury.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, he wouldn't be able to do much because he's in that point of the rehab. So he fails the physical. It nixes the trade. So it's like, hey, we're just going to return this. Like it's Amazon return.
Here you go.
Here you go. Lightly used. This is after
Max at the UPS store.
This is after Max Crosby goes on social media, talks about thanking all this stuff, thanking Las Vegas and saying that he's ready to start in Baltimore, parties with Shabuzi. And it's like, wait a minute, hold up. We get our picks back and you get this guy back. So they pull the, lightly used return.
Almost
policy.
had it. Almost had it.
And then all the pundits are like, they probably did that because Trey Hendrickson is available and they can get him on the cheap and keep their first round draft picks. Right. And I'll be damned if that is exactly what freaking happened. Now, I'm going to just say real quickly, I think this is incredibly crappy. If I am Las Vegas, I am suing them. I'm finding everything. I want to take your picks. I'm taking it. I want it. You're giving it to me because you pulled some BS.
You sold me a lemon. He can't pass the test. Drug or otherwise. Drug test or otherwise.
You said yes.
They knew he was rehabbing. It's not like they didn't know he had surgery.
He didn't know that he just look at the scar on your knee.
Maybe the results. Maybe they had a second opinion in an independent party.
There's a second opinion. I got a first opinion for you. You said yes.
Listen, this is exactly like in draft day when Kevin Costner had that little piece of paper that said Vontae, no matter what. He had this little piece of paper he pulled out at the end. He says, reject it no matter what. He was good. As soon as he bought it, he had buyer's remorse. And he was like, I got to get out of this thing. He goes, they're burning me an effigy out. Because I'm losing my first and second round picks. Nope, I need out. I'm getting out.
I don't know. It just sounds
it was an
like
impulse buy. It was next to the register.
It's like, Chris, got any more of them cards? It was just, some hangers, at Target.
Okay, listen, I don't buy hangers from Target. Screw Target.
Heck you don't. Come on.
No, I don't. I'll be honest.
You get all your merchandise at Elite Collectibles.
I do. And that's if you want to go and get some sports cards, you want to get some Magic cards, you want to get some Pokemon cards, you ever go to Elite Collectibles. I'm telling you, they got 2 locations. All right, I've only been to one because I'm going to the Magic store. Okay,
it's coming up with the
whatever. I'm just telling you. I'm just
live man. Are you just start buying Pokemon?
No, I don't. I go to the sports one if I'm going to go. I like to go in there sometimes. Is on my way home. It's like I'm just going to sit here for a second. I wish I could go buy that. But I'm not going to.
It's Wayne's World. Not today, my friend.
Probably has to go, after a couple of his practices this year, he probably had to go there just to cool off. Calm himself down. He probably went there and ripped a couple packs open, maybe.
No, because I might bend them. You don't rip packs when you're angry.
Maybe it had nothing to do with. Maybe it had nothing to do with the test. Maybe like Crosby, I don't know, had a warrant out for him or something.
There's no way. Come on, man. No.
So now because he's got a bunch of tattoos, he has warrants out for him.
I'm just saying. Never know. He's had tattoos on him for a long time. Never know.
Yeah, like pretty much his whole career.
Yeah, exactly.
I just think again. I can't stress how crappy this whole thing is because I just don't see how a team can get away with that, and the league is going to go, I didn't see anything. Come on, man. I mean, you're go ahead.
Generally, aren't these trades announced after the physicals have been taken? To the extent
I thought it always says per pending physical.
Pending physical.
They already know whether they're going to pass physicals or not.
Yeah. You said yes to the trade. You said yes.
Just because you made a dumb business decision doesn't mean it's my fault. I'm not taking them back.
Well,
hold on.
There's a lot.
Otherwise, never mind. I'm not
now,
say
how about this? What if the NFL says, Raiders, you get Max Crosby back and all those people that you already made offers to, and it doesn't affect your cap? Would you be happy with that? Would you be? Would you?
The Raiders would be. Would Max be happy with that?
I think Max.
He's the one that wanted out.
Be okay with that. Why not?
He wanted out, didn't he?
Oh, he wants out of there.
Okay. Either way, look, I can turn around. If you're going to tell me I get to keep all these people and it doesn't affect the cap, then I can turn around and actually try to trade him and maybe get something back here.
Well,
right now, they're at a disadvantage because they have no leverage now. It's like, well, we'll give you, some apple pie and some raincoats, no draft picks.
That's what I want. David Putney.
You want some Maryland crab cakes? We'll give you that. We'll give you some crab cakes.
And some clam chowder. We got some chowder up here in Boston.
They said apple pie and raincoats.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
It's random stuff.
Yeah.
I just, it's like, hey, what's random that we can trade for Max Crosby? They have no leverage. None.
So,
we're not even going to give you a supplemental pick. You just don't get anything.
So if you're the Raiders, you sue?
I would. Yeah. Why not? Hell, everybody else wins when they sue nowadays. Go ahead. Get on there.
So
judges are like, you know what? That makes sense. Let's do that.
I need to find a reason to sue.
There you go.
And like you're going to actually go to real life court, not the NFL. Is that not an NFL issue? Isn't that
okay? Listen, I want to meet with Roger Goodell, and I want to say, listen, I want our picks, and I want Crosby over there. I don't care. Make them have to absorb it now. He's over there. We traded him. They said yes. And they have a track. Wait, here's
David Putney, because I feel like it.
Okay. Zach, you're missing the point here.
No, I'm not. I hear you.
Baltimore has a track record of doing this.
Well,
so it's not like this is, first time. My bad. No, they've done it like 3 or 4 times before this, where it's like, yeah, we'll accept the trade. But no, we won't. After they've failed a physical.
Is that okay?
There you go. I think we have a pattern here established.
So then, why would LA trade with them if there's a pattern?
Well, it wasn't LA. It was Las Vegas. They're in 2 different places.
Whatever.
Geography guy.
Sorry, whatever. Why
Jefferson City?
There you go. Why would the Raiders then? Why would they if they?
Why would anybody now?
That's my point. Like,
why would any agent want to do any kind of business with Baltimore?
Well, what I would also wonder is if Las Vegas goes and gets some other independent doctor to give a physical, what would the outcome of that physical be?
I don't know. I'm not in that room.
So if that comes out, they come back and say, hey, he passed his physical. I don't know what Baltimore was talking about. I want my picks back, and I want David goddamn Putney.
Right. Because it
feels
like it.
Wow.
It feels like it.
Wow.
But that was that's the movie line. It's a quote.
It's a quote.
Okay, you're doing a quote. You got to throw up the quotation.
Sorry, I forgot the air quotes.
Yeah, air quotes.
They were outside the frame.
The lasers, Scott. You got to put the lasers on it.
Are they ill-tempered?
A little bit. So we're going to go ahead and run a commercial because this is a shortened show. We come back. We will finish up with our last segment of the Coach's Box. You're watching it. We're doing it. Be right back.
I'm an action hero, and like in every epic chase scene, there's no way I'm getting away without hitting a fire hydrant or driving through a fruit stand. 1, 2. Woo! Looking good. Road closed? Not today. Get Allstate, because mayhem is everywhere.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
It's Between Takes with Daikin and Dave Mars.
Cut. All right, next set up.
Hey, Dave, we got another question about energy savings. And this is a good one.
Yeah, efficiency is so important.
Didn't you just talk with Daikin about this?
They said energy efficiency is the key to a happy marriage. She gets the temperature, I get the savings.
Good to know. I'll tell them to check with their local Daikin dealer.
All right, back to 1.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com. Check out Elite Collectibles now at 2 locations.
Our Arnold store focuses on Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, and other trading cards plus tournaments. Our Imperial location offers a little mix of everything, including sports and trading cards for all collectors. And don't forget, we host consignment auctions every Tuesday. Stop by, hang out, and see what you can pull at Elite Collectibles, now with an Arnold location and an Imperial location. If you love sports at every level, there's only one place to be. Gateway Sports covers it all. Preps, college, and the pros. Real coverage, real voices, real passion for the game. From live shows to podcasts, Gateway Sports connects the region like nobody else. Proudly powered by First Form and Recalibrate.com. Visit gatewaysports.net. Every level, one gateway.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Coach's Box Call Like We See It podcast. If you missed the first part of our show, you can go back and watch it on YouTube because, hey, it's on there, and YouTube doesn't make us not play it and kick it off or whatever. Actually, I did turn it on, and all of a sudden it started streaming to YouTube. So, hey, I made up for it, okay?
There you go.
I just didn't click the button. But for some reason, I just noticed we're not streaming to X.
Uh-oh.
I don't know why. It's weird. It's all kinds of problems today, but that's okay.
You
know what? We're still online. We're still on the air. And if you're watching, kudos to you. You must not have anything better to do. And we appreciate you being here. Zach.
Yeah.
Why don't you take us into our next topic?
I know
you want to really bad.
Well, here's the thing. There's the World Baseball
Here's the deal.
There's the WBC going on right now, and it's a moot point now because the United States is, I believe, going to go to the next round after their debacle with Italy. But here's the thing. I'm watching that game last night, and I'm like, wait a second. That guy that's pitching, he's plays MLB. Wait a second. Let me see where he was born. Oh, California. Oh, that's a long way away from Italy. Hey, what about this other guy? Oh, wait, he plays in the pros. He was born in Massachusetts. That's not Italy. So you all can make fun of me all you want.
We're going to.
I think it's absolutely ridiculous that we've got all these dudes that are American playing for all these other countries.
What's their passport say?
What's their passport? They were born in America. They're U.S. citizens.
I don't know.
Hold on.
They didn't give it to me.
Listen,
they're U.S.
using
citizens.
Zach's logic. My wife and I go on vacation. Let's say she's pregnant. She has the baby in Puerto Rico while we're on vacation.
Correct.
By Zach's definition, the baby was born in Puerto Rico, must now only play baseball for Puerto Rico.
No, because
that's what you said.
No, that is not.
Puerto Rico is American.
They were born in
Puerto
California.
Rico. Puerto Rico is affiliated with the United States.
Yeah, so
it's a territory. It's still also a country with a baseball team.
That
doesn't
matter. Is true. But your baby would have dual citizenship, one, and then two, your baby would also still be a U.S. citizen. These are people that probably couldn't even point to some of the countries on a geography map.
Whoa.
And yet they're playing for these said countries. They've probably never stepped foot in, but because their last name has some type of history.
They've been there. They got
money.
Oh,
okay.
They all got money. They don't live in teacher world. Oh, I mean, you don't either. I've been by your house, but they've been to these places, but I don't normally agree with Zach McVay. I'm going to throw this out there. Let me say it again. I don't normally agree with Zach McVay, but I think it's just a bunch of Americans playing Americans.
What's the point? Okay. Give me the Mexico. Was it somebody? There's a plumber. Oh, that pitched against Japan.
No, he's an electrician.
Czech Republic. Whatever.
He had to take his personal. He had to take personal time off to do it.
who I want playing in the WBC for these other countries.
So
if it's yes, give me those citizens.
You want the plumbers playing it, so you just want America stacked.
You don't think Puerto
Rico?
Rico?
No, the Dominican Republic would be Venezuela.
You don't
pretty
think
stacked.
I know
all of those dudes.
So here,
all. Go ahead.
You have certain qualifications that you have to meet. You just can't up in a whim say that you're going to go play for Italy.
That's what all those dudes said.
No,
that's what
anybody,
all these other guys that are on MLB rosters that are born and bred in the United States, that's what they've done. You have a little bit of background, a little ethnicity, go play for this country.
Here is the qualifications. 1, you're born in the country.
Okay,
you can go play for them.
Cross that off the list then.
Residency, the player is a permanent legal resident of the country.
Okay, cross that off the list then.
You could have a summer home over there. Perfectly fine.
All right, so Bernie Sanders can go play for whatever. Okay, go ahead.
Let him. Who cares? Parental ties. At least one of the player's parents was born in the country or is a citizen.
Okay, listen.
Potential citizenship.
Potential.
Yes.
Potential.
If the player can prove they would be granted citizenship or a passport under the laws of that country if they applied, also called the heritage rule, they were allowed to play for that country.
So because I've got a McVeigh family crest, I ought to be playing for Ireland. Come on now, get out of here.
If you could get citizenship, you could be the number 3 starter for Ireland.
Listen, it might be the only way you could get to play at this point, so you better take advantage of it before you get more gray in the beard.
Give me a break.
So listen, the most important thing right now for Team USA is someone needs to remind Mark DeRosa that the games are single elimination from here on out. Okay, and not just so like who doesn't understand. You got one job.
Yeah.
Okay, first off, I've never been a Mark De La Rosa player fan. Okay, because when the Cardinals went and put some money towards him, he sucked. And then he kind of like Mark Muldered it. Okay, so he was toast. I like him as an analyst, him as a coach. It's like, oh, Mark De La Rosa, he might be the next manager of this. No, after this, no, Mark De La Rosa is not prepared.
Hear the interviews when he gets a job. So, did you exactly have any clue about when you went on before the game saying like we're through? Did you know this?
Do you know how the MLB playoffs are set up at this point, or do you need someone to explain that in tiebreakers?
Even aside, wasn't there anybody else involved with USA Baseball that at some point would be informing him and saying, "Hey, we got to make sure that we get to these, and these check boxes if this happens."
The problem is, guys, and to put a little bow on this, and we'll move on to our last subject. The problem is, the United States doesn't take the WBC as seriously as other countries do because it's not the Olympics. I don't like it when we don't take country against country things seriously.
Exactly.
And that's the problem that the United States has. And as an American, if you're going to put on the USA jersey, you're going to go play and you're going to go coach them or whatever you want to call it. I want the best players out there that represent my country. And if you don't want to, Zach, I don't care. That's fine. But we've got enough guys who are good enough to be out there playing to represent who actually give a damn. And those guys kind of don't give a damn. And they're not pushed like they need to. Kind of like after, USA basketball sucked for a little bit. It's like we need a redeem team and we need to actually give a rat's ass about playing against other countries, but that's the Olympics. No, this all plays together. When baseball becomes part of the Olympics,
it's timing too. It's timing because it's spring training. If this was postseason, I bet it would be a little bit different and obviously colder. But again, maybe
you could play games in domes or warm weather countries.
There we go. Right.
Okay.
But I think the timing of it, because again, if I'm this dude that's a new guy on a team, or I got this deal, or whatever, insert whatever excuse. I may not, because I'm not ready because it's beginning of the year.
That's why other countries do it better, because they have electricians come out there and pitch, or they'd have guys who actually are players in the MLB who want to play for their country, and they're out there playing like it's Game 7 of the World Series.
Because they've been playing all off season.
Not all of them.
No,
all of them.
I'm talking about like the foreign countries.
Well,
like you go down just to Latin.
I mean, Latin America, they're playing
the Caribbean and South American countries. Yes.
I mean, what is it like? Ellie De La Cruz is on a video before spring training about how he's in some men's league just hitting nukes off people, right? Like, so they're all playing, but
funny they were saying this because I saw they I think it was on TikTok today. I was just using the bathroom or whatever, and so Lance Lynn said, I played in it, and he goes, and I'm facing Major League Baseball players, and I didn't care that it was March. He goes, I was going 100%. He goes, because you know what? If I blew my arm out in March, I was going to blow my arm out in spring training, so it didn't matter. Right. He goes, it didn't matter, and if I'm going against other teams and I have USA on my shirt, I'm going to go 110%. I'm going to go 100. Yeah, exactly. He goes, he goes, I'm facing Major League Baseball players. I'm going full tilt. He goes, and if I blow it out, I blow it out. He goes, it's going to happen regardless. It's either going to happen then or it's going to happen in spring training. And he goes, and that's who I want pitching. That's who I want out there. I'm not saying Lance Lynn in particular, but I mean, if I'm going to go, I don't want people that don't give a crap about when you put the USA jersey on, I want you to go kick tail. Right. I don't want to lose to Italy. That's embarrassing.
But that goes into Italy. Yeah, that goes into the integrity of everything. Look at NBA. Look at Bam Adebayo last night. Look what Miami's doing, or
that whole free throw on purpose or whatever, or
fouling or all that. Look at the dude in Kentucky who's sitting, supposed to be this first round draft pick, and he's already doing team management. Or Steve Kerr saying,
Kansas.
That's Kansas. That's Kansas. The guy. That guy, Kansas. If I'm Kansas's coach, I wouldn't even play that dude. I'd be done. I'd be like,
but that's where we're at. Is that there's Lance Lynn's the throwback because he's up close to our age, and so there isn't that anymore because it's give me my money, give me my life.
Peterson thing where he shoots the shot or whatever, makes the shot, and then looks over at Bill Self and to take him out.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I don't know. Wait till that gets in high school. When they're telling us to load manage players, wait till Jude tells you next year he can't go in, Chris, because he's load managing. Jude tells you, hey, coach, I need a break here, man. Load management.
He ain't paying attention.
No, he ain't even know.
No, I'm not. I had something said
to me. But no, Kevin, what are your thoughts on it?
If Gabe would have told me he was load managing, I would have said, dude, shut up. Go back out there. I'd take that dude off the court. There was games where he never came out. There was games where my son never came off the floor. No. Why? No. The only way you're coming off the court is if you're in foul trouble. Other than that, you don't need to come off the court. Shut up. You're not tired. Shut up.
We still talking load management. We're talking about
whatever. At this point, whatever.
It's extremely simple, and you can see it. Hockey is a sport that gets playing against other countries right, in the sense that it doesn't matter when it is. You're sliding on the sweater, you're going toe to toe and starting fights and all that other good junk.
So
injuries be damned.
Yeah, and to finish it up, the Blues made a couple of big trades. Speaking of hockey, Blues made a couple big trades and traded Justin Falk, who I thought needed to be traded a long time ago, but he had a no trade clause. And then they traded the captain, Braden Shen, to the Islanders. And if you didn't see the video thing, because the Islanders literally just played the Blues for Braden Shen, Blues always do it right. When you come back, they always do it right.
that Braden Shen thing was weird because the Islanders were in San Jose at the same hotel as the Blues when the Blues traded him.
Yeah,
because the Blues were in San Jose to play.
He switched floors.
They said he had to take the elevator to like the 7th floor to meet with the Islanders brass, and then they just like somebody moved his luggage for him.
That's like the GMs just randomly met down, in the foyer. Hey, you want to make a deal? Yeah,
they're sitting downstairs. They went down to the pool.
There you go.
Yeah. Well,
and then they shot off 4 straight wins, maybe 5.
I mean,
should have been another one. Then they blew a 3-goal lead.
Yeah, well, that's the normal Blues. There, we're used to that.
Listen, I don't want them to win so they can do better in the lottery. I hate saying it, but it is the God honest.
Wow. Didn't we have an episode on tanking and how awful that was?
It is, but right now I'm kind of in this like, please stop winning. I don't want us to have the 12th pick in the draft. Okay, listen, trade them all off and let's.
In sports like baseball and hockey, tanking 1 year is not going to help any with the draft because one person's not going to help you. The most hyped player in the hockey draft the last years, Connor Bedard, has not necessarily made the Blackhawks better. Right. You have to tank for several years for the draft to really help you in baseball and hockey and those types of things. You can tank in basketball, get the number 1 pick. You get Cooper Flag, and instantly you're a real team and contender again. And then the same in football, you can get yourself a quarterback if you draft correctly. But no, I don't want in hockey the Blues. I don't want them to tank because it doesn't mean anything and it doesn't help you unless you tank for 3 or 4 years in a row. The Avalanche were horrible for like 7 years before they got good because they had to tank that long to make their draft picks count.
You say that about football and basketball, though, and think about all the people that don't make the correct draft choice. I mean,
tank for Tua,
especially at quarterback. I mean, dude, you just never know. I mean, Tom Brady was not a high draft pick. I mean,
but he got to sit. The problem now, at least on the NFL side, is like they're going to play right now. That's the worst thing to do.
Who's the last number 1 quarterback that was picked that actually made a significant difference?
Peyton Manning.
Andrew Luck.
Okay, that's fair.
How much? I don't know. How successful was Andrew Luck in the Colts? I mean,
didn't they make the playoffs in his first year?
I don't know. I just know he retired early because he got tired of getting sacked. So, I mean, there wasn't any sustained, generational change. So that's again. I mean, I don't know when Burrow when he got picked. Was he a number 1? Was he up there? I mean,
he was the first overall, I think.
So, them, I guess.
Hey, kudos to him. He's seen with Jessica Alba. I mean,
good for him.
Derek Jeter's leftovers,
Yeah, there you go. Guys, I think we're going to call that a show. Unless anybody has anything else quick to say.
No,
I'm going to go ahead and eat because it's been a long time since I went out and eat, so that's what I'm going to go do.
You mean the hospitality room there at the Final Four?
Do they still do the popcorn?
We have popcorn. I'm tired of eating popcorn. Okay, I want to eat something else. All right. So
maybe the NBCA can spring for some flavoring next year for their popcorn.
We'll see about that.
They'll have some food up there. Don't let them kid you.
Yeah. All right. Well, appreciate everybody tuning in for another episode of the Coach's Box Call Like to See It podcast. We'll be on probably in a couple weeks with another episode. So until then, we'll see you guys all later. Good night. God bless, and take care then.
This episode of the Coach's Box Call It Like We See It podcast is brought to you by Off the Rails Media. Life's more fun when you're